This video is going to challenge a lot of people's thinking. It's going to break some people's hearts, and it's also going to open up some people's minds. But at the same time, it's going to annoy and frustrate some people. So if you're someone who's got a massive ego and they think you know everything and you're the man and you don't listen to anyone and you know best, then probably don't watch this video. It's just going to piss you off, it's going to frustrate you, and it's going to annoy you, to be honest. So if you're someone who's open-minded, who wants to learn, who's hungry for more, and wants to really learn how the world really works, then please watch this video. Watch the entire video and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. So please sit back and
The thing I want to cover with you is one of the most important lessons my rich dad gave me, and it was called the cash flow quadrant. And what my rich dad explained to me is that there's four people in business. One are E's, employees. S stands for small business, self-employed, or specialist. B stands for big business, and I stands for investor. And the thing of note here is that most people who go to school are programmed for the E and the S side. For example, it was my poor dad who always said to me, son, go to school so you can get a nice, safe, secure job. And so my poor dad wanted me to be an employee. And since the time I was a kid, get a safe, secure job, steady paycheck, and benefits. Okay? I didn't want to be an employee. And I said, Mom and Dad, I want to be a rich man. And I fight with my dad. So my mother finally said, son, if you want to be rich, my mother was a registered nurse. And she said, if you want to be rich, the richest people I know are doctors. So my mom wanted me to come over here, be a specialist or a small business person. I said, there's only one problem with that, Mom. Doctors are really smart. And she says, you got a good point there. I'm not going to be a doctor. So I went to school. I have a Bachelor of Science degree. I can drive ships and I can fly planes. I flew for the Marine Corps. But I've never used any of that education because I wanted to become a business owner. So it was my rich dad who basically said to me, become a business owner and learn to be a professional investor. So one of the big differences here between these people is that it's called taxes. See, in 1943, in the U.S., the federal government passed a law that said employees had to pay tax before they got paid. So when you get your paycheck from your employer, you open it up, and voila, the government's always taken a sizable chunk of it. And the harder you work and the more money you make, the more money they take from you. So that's why it's not that good to be an employee, because you can never get ahead, because the more you work, more money you make, the greater they pay in taxes. Now the doctors and lawyers and attorneys, accountants were all laughing, saying, oh, these guys, they're getting paying a lot of taxes. So naturally, the federal government changed the laws again. So in 1986 in the U.S., a thing called the 86 Tax Reform Act, and it basically took a lot of the benefits away from people who are self-employed, small business, doctors, and lawyers. So today in America, unfortunately, these guys pay the highest percentage in taxes. It is tragic. And a lot of people think they're investors, but what they're really doing is they're just giving their money to people like mutual funds, companies, and all that. So they're investing, but they're not really investors. See, the big tax breaks are on this side. The laws are pretty tight here, but this area is very, very gray. So by being a business owner on the right-hand side of the quadrant, you can make a lot more money and pay a smaller percentage of taxes legally. And the key word is legally. In the investor quadrant, it is possible to make millions of dollars and pay 0% taxes legally. But you've got to know the difference. So one of the beauties of business for the 21st century is it allows people to make the transition from the E and the S side to the B side especially. And so you can become a big business owner. And the difference between an S and a B, small business and big business, is most of these guys can't quit working. Most small business owners, if they stop working for more than a month, the business collapses. They don't really have a business. Most of these people own a job. So the beauty of business for the 21st century, it allows these people to make the transition to the B side so that you don't have to keep working hard for money, and the money can actually come in passively. Then once you have your business up and running, then I always recommend you then begin investing with your excess cash, paying less and less in taxes. And that's the reason the rich are getting richer.
So I don't know about you, but that section alone really made my mind start to tick over and start to think a lot more, because I always wanted to give back to my family. I wanted to travel. I wanted to have free time. I wanted to give back to charity. I wanted to do all these amazing things. And after seeing that, it's like, holy shit, how am I going to do it now if that's the path I'm going down? And then I actually got introduced to network marketing. Now, for most people that have heard of it, it has a pretty shit name. Hashtag pyramid scheme. We'll have heard of it. And you've probably heard of it as a pyramid scheme from like an uncle or a friend or a mate, someone that you met at a bar. And more often than not, the people that give it a shit name are broke, they're working a job they hate, they're not happy with their life. But when you look into the benefits of it and look into successful people who talk about it, like Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, who's the man that's speaking right now, you see all the benefits of it, and how it can really turn your life around. So this is more information about what network marketing is.
As an entrepreneur, I have built many businesses from scratch. And as some of you know, a lot of them crashed also. Statistics show that most new businesses fail within the first 5 years, 90% in fact. And of the 10% that survive, the remaining 10% crash in the second 5 years. So in other words, most are gone in 10 years. So I've looked at many different models, and one that stands out for me is network marketing. And the reason for that, it takes very little upfront cash. It is low overhead. You can do it part-time. It means keep your daytime job, but do this part-time. And once the business is up and running, it can generate enough income so that you can move from the left side to the right side of the quadrant. So let me tell you about my introduction to network marketing, because I had a very closed mind to it. Since I can build my own businesses, I said, why do I need a network marketing business? But about 15 years ago, I have a good friend, his name is Bill, and this guy is the best real estate investor I know. He has tons of assets in here. So I said, Bill, why did you start a network marketing business? And his answer was very simple. He says, it's my way of helping people. But more importantly, he says, the reason most people can't invest in real estate is because they don't have a business. They don't make enough money simply because taxes, debt, inflation, and retirement savings are killing them. They cannot even invest. So my friend Bill, who is a professional real estate entrepreneur, he says, I started a network marketing business so the people that worked with me could start their own business and then invest money with him. So with that, I realized then that network marketing wasn't about making money, but it was about helping people to help other people make money so they become financially free. So the beauty of network marketing, I said, like it's very low entry point, doesn't take much money, you can do it part-time. And where you profit is in most big corporations is they spend millions, sometimes billions of dollars in advertising. So rather than give that money to advertisers, network marketing depends on building a network. It's called word of mouth, like you recommend a movie to a best friend. So really, the reason I support network marketing, because it's not about selling. It's about people helping people build assets in the asset columns, becoming business owners, and then becoming investors, rather than going through all of this here, which most E's and S's go through.
So the best part to me about what he just said was definitely how you can start it part-time. You don't have to quit your job and jump straight into it. You do it part-time around what you're already doing. And secondly, it's definitely something that you can be passionate about, because it's just about helping people improve themselves depending on what company you get involved with, and definitely just adding value to people's lives, which I'm very, very passionate about. Now, this is the last message that he's got. It's a message to all the young people out there that maybe aren't sure about where they want to go, what they want to do with themselves. They might be starting uni, they might be thinking about going to uni, they might have been thinking about getting a new job. It's a really good message, and I hope you enjoy it.
In this segment, I want to talk to young people who have not yet decided what they're going to do for the rest of their lives. You know, maybe you're in school or about to get in school or whatever you're going to do. But as I said, it was my poor dad always said, go to schools and get a safe, secure job. Unfortunately, in this financial crisis, many young people are coming out of school deep in college debt or college loans, and they can't find a job. I saw some stats that for young men 18 to like 25, if you're white, 19% of them are not finding jobs, even if they have a college degree. And for African Americans between 19 and about 25, 30% of them can't find a job. So my message to you is this, is wake up. Right now, before you get a job, before you get trapped in the corporate world or trying to climb the corporate ladder and make other people happy, and they don't really care about you because they're only here to invest for these guys only want for the investors, you know. You got to make a decision. And it was in 1974 when I came back from Vietnam. Again, I said, my poor dad, I said, go back to school, get my master's degree, and get my PhD. And I wind up just like him, desperate, out of money, not afraid of the real world. So I had to make the decision to dedicate my life to be here and to be here. And that's made all the difference. You don't get rich quick. It's harder, it takes courage, it takes time. I failed many times over here. But in 1974, I said I was going to dedicate my life to stay on this side, on the right side, on the B and the I side, and never go back to this way. So even when I was flat broke, when my businesses failed, I didn't go back here. I thought about it. And unfortunately, when I still go back home to Hawaii, I meet some of my uncles and aunts, and they still say the same thing to me. They go, have you got a job yet? I said, no, I don't. They go, oh, too bad. It's so bad you're unemployed. The point here is they can't see it. So these guys, all they know is job security. They don't know what freedom and having a lot of money is. All they know is living below their means, struggling, paying taxes, trying to save money. So I recommend to you, start your own business. Start now. Practice. It takes time. You will make mistakes. But it's one of the best experiences because if you're successful and you persevere and you're determined, you will find a freedom and an abundance of wealth these people will never know.
So there you have it. Like I said at the start of the video, there's going to be a lot of people that get quite upset and quite frustrated at this video because it does challenge their way of thinking. But at the end of the day, it's how the world works. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you wake up to it, the sooner you can start using it to your advantage. Like he said in the video though, it's not easy. You're going to fail. You're going to get things wrong. But on the other side of that failure is an abundance of wealth and happiness and fulfillment. So if you are someone who is looking for more, who isn't happy being an employee and doing that for the rest of your life, and you want to have fulfillment, you want to be free, you want to have an abundance of wealth, then it is certainly possible. And like what he spoke about, network marketing is probably the best vehicle that you can find that's going to help you get there. Hope you got some value out of this. Tag a friend in it, share it around, and have a beautiful day. See ya.